leads. Every business out there wants leads. And the good news is today we're talking about how you can get them fast and without paying for the eyeballs. Stay tuned. What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Shawn Tiberio Show, the best place for business growth and marketing tactics. They're going to help you grow your authority online. And you guys are in for a treat today. In this episode, we're going to be talking about an area that a lot of people kind of shy away from simply because they just don't understand it. And we see this a lot with some of our clients as they first come on board with us, that they just didn't really comprehend how to leverage this area of growing their business around organic leads, doing content-based marketing. And today we're going to talk about the 5 major reasons why you as an entrepreneur, you as a business owner, whether it's product, whether it's service, whether it's online, offline, it doesn't matter what it is, why content-based marketing in 2020 is the key. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, let's talk about number 1. Reason number 1 is, it simply put, it increases your brand awareness, but more importantly, loyalty. Think about the businesses or the product providers. Think about the people that you as an individual do business with on a very frequent case. And I want you to think back to, when did you get to know them? How did you get to know them? What was it that got you involved with them? And I bet at some point along the line, there was some form of content. Maybe it did start as an ad somewhere that maybe brought you aware of it, but you got bought in through something. There's something that built up your loyalty to that organization. And that is what content marketing does. That's really the job of it. You see, a lot of people think that content-based marketing is really to sell. Like, I got to do content marketing to close the deal. And that's where they get confused. And really, your content is not about closing. Content does not equal close. Content simply equals building awareness, building engagement, starting to build a little bit more of the brand authority, bringing some loyalty to it, especially if you're a service provider. If you're providing valuable information, things that your ideal prospect or your typical client can use, can leverage. Maybe it's answering problems that they're having. Maybe it's answering setbacks or giving them advice on how they can move forward through things. Maybe it's pointing common mistakes out. Another good one that we see a lot right now, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are trying to push this whole, the one video, right? The one video that you absolutely need as a business, and they call it the verse video, the verses, this versus this, or this versus this kind of thing, Facebook versus Instagram, Facebook versus LinkedIn, these type of things, Kajabi versus ClickFunnels. There's a bunch of these different things floating around out there. But at the end of the day, that's content, right? It's content based. And if your business has a very common competitor out there, this is another piece that can help build some of that brand trust, loyalty. We just did actually a post out on our Instagram page talking about trust. Like, trust is one of the biggest things. You see, 97% of the people that you're actually trying to market to, that you actually want to put your information in front of, they're out there looking for information. They want the answer to how are you going to help them. They don't care about all the platitudes and how great you are and the kudos and stroke your own ego moments. They're asking the question, like, how are you different than somebody else? How are you going to help me? What about you is going to help me? And here's businesses forget this because they're so stuck on not providing content, not providing information. They're just stuck on the same old sales close kind of marketing tactic. And when we really focus in on our content element, we start to see brand loyalty start to gain. Brand trust starts to gain, as well as awareness. More people will begin to get to know who you are as a company simply because of the value, the information, the knowledge that you are sharing. Now, number two goes into it benefits the sales conversion. Remember, I said content doesn't equal the sale, right? It doesn't create or doesn't kind of cause the sale to happen. It benefits it. It enhances it. It warms them up. I go back to that stat. 97% of people are looking for how you're going to help them. Well, only about 1 to 3% are ready to do the business today, meaning they're the ones that are ready for the sale to happen. The difference between the 97% and the 1% is the 1% have received some level of knowledge, information, education. They've read, watched, listened to something of content base that has warmed them up and is getting them to this position where they're ready to finally make a decision. So when we look at the 97%, that's where number two is getting into here. And you guys can head over to topresultsconsulting.com/blogs and check out the blog article that we did on it this week, listing out these 5 different reasons. But number 2 is really pointing that hole in your content benefits, right? It doesn't create. Content doesn't create the sale. It benefits. It warms them up. It gets them primed. It ties back to number 1. It's what's building the trust, the awareness. It gets them engaged. If you understand the customer value journey and where a customer goes from ignorant through being a raving fan for you and your business, there's that bottom tier, and I call it the money tier because it is the bread and butter. If you're creating awareness and you're creating engagement, you're engaging with your prospects, that 97%, your content's doing its job, right? The content that you're putting out is doing that. It's building that up, and it's getting them ready for the sales conversation so that you have certain things happen. Like, I'll give you guys an example. I spoke at a virtual event just the other day, and as that event was coming to an end, a lot of people were asking the prime question, right? I didn't spend a lot of time in that event, giving out platitudes and pushing who we are as Top Results Consulting and what do we do and all this kind of stuff and stroking our ego. I went into the event delivering valuable knowledge and content and information and really educating like crazy. And at the end of it, it was a very natural, seamless piece then for them to say, okay, but how do you guys do this? Like, if I want to work with you, how does that look? What does that look like? Again, they weren't ready for that at the very beginning, for me to step right in and talk about what all we do and how we help them and all this other stuff, because it would have just sounded too much like I was there for me. By coming at it with value, knowledge, content, they started to build that trust, and it primed them, right? It just kind of built them up and got them ready so that when I did go into the sale, now they're ready to hear it. Now, number three, this is the one that I think is the biggest benefit or the biggest reason why you'd want to invest in a content marketing strategy for your business, and that is it supports your SEO. You see, at the end of the day, we always have to step back and think about who is Google's client. Well, at the end of the day, Google's client, their prospect, who they want to be doing business with them, right? The person they want to attract is the searcher, the person that is going in, typing something into Google, right? They jump over here, they jump on their laptop, or they bust out their cell phone or their tablet. That's Google's audience, right? That's their client. So they want those people coming back for more information. They want everybody that uses Google to continue to use Google, not go to Yahoo or Bing or any of the others, right? So by understanding that, then we understand why Google likes people like us. If we're putting valuable stuff out there that is search friendly, has the right components to it, answers the questions of the people they want using their platform, they're going to put that in front of them because why? It answers their question, it helps them out, it gives them guidance, it brings clarity, whatever it is that they were looking for, right? It gives them the place that they wanted to find, whatever it is, and now they're satisfied. They're more likely to come back and use Google again. That's how Google's built itself to the behemoth that it is. So people like us, the businesses, we need to learn to leverage that. And content-based marketing boosts the SEO. Again, it's not simple one-line platitudes. Content-based is stuff around blogs, videos like these, long information on a website. These type of things help boost it because it gives the Google bots or the Google algorithm, the little spiders that crawl around all over there when somebody types in how to do this or what is known for this or what will the direct correlation of this and this, kind of just whatever search they're going for, the spiders go running around. And when we've got a lot of that stuff, Google likes that. And then Google starts to put that out there more and more. And if you have more of it, they're going to put more of your stuff. So understanding, not only does it build this brand awareness and this loyalty, it primes them for the sale in return, right? That's what it's doing for the customer, the prospect. It's helping them out, right? Because that's what they care about. What's in it for them? But what's in it for us is we're getting this boost in SEO. We're going to show up more. We're going to start to bring more awareness around who we are. We're going to get more eyeballs coming to us. We're going to start kicking some authority over to our sites. And at Top Results Consulting, this is our bread and butter right here, is creating this inbound methodology, this inbound approach, and really leveraging the content side to boost that SEO. And there's a number of ways that you can use it to push the SEO. But understanding first and why we would want to invest into it, well, it's a great investment because I'm getting something in return for it. Now, number 4, the fourth reason that I would say to invest in content-based marketing in 2020, especially with what's going on with COVID and all this craziness that's happening out there, is it costs far less than traditional marketing. Think about that for a second. Really, there isn't a whole lot of costs when it comes to educational-based marketing. I'm sitting here right now recording this episode that's going to go out on multiple different podcast platforms. I've got a camera going in front of me. You guys that are watching on YouTube, you're looking at me right now, right? I got this camera going. Outside of the cost of buying some of this equipment, what else does it cost me, right? I turn this thing on every single time I want to record a video. I own it. It's mine. It's there. I can shoot video all day long. I got this microphone. I've got an audio recorder. I got all these things. So yeah, I had initial costs to get set up, but heck, given today's technology, you don't even need all this fancy stuff like we have. You can do it with a cell phone. You can do it with your laptop that's sitting here right next to me. The point is, a tablet, anything, it doesn't cost a whole lot. Now, unlike things like direct mail, postcard flyers, door-to-door canvassing, other forms of big advertisement, billboards, tabletop advertisement. I mean, think about all those companies that have spent a ton of money investing into all these other forms of flashy advertisement at restaurants and all this kind of stuff, and all these places that are shut down and nobody's even seeing their stuff. Signage all over the place, bus benches, park bench seats, all these kind of. There's other grassroots styles that are out there as well, and they quite honestly they cost more, and with that, right, it costs less to do digital formatted marketing, content-based marketing. Go live on Facebook, do something on Instagram, throw a video up on YouTube, put some blog posts together. How long does it really take you to sit down and write, 5, 10, 15 paragraphs in a blog post, right? Maybe it's a 500 or 800 word a blog post that's going to go out there. Okay, so you're not good at writing like I am. Cool. Go hire somebody. Heck, jump on Fiverr and get yourself a couple blogs written for, 20, 25, 30, 35 bucks. TRC, topresultsconsulting.com. We got some a la carte services. We write blogs for you. Our writers will do it. The point is, it's cheap in comparison to all the other forms. And content, once it's posted up there, you get some solid blogs that are really around some very key topics. You get some solid videos done like this, and you've got those forever. They're there forever for people to continually search and find. They're there forever for you to continually push and drive people to and leverage to. So again, it's way cheaper to invest in the content-based side, and then we get strategic later on with things like paid advertising. I mean, Facebook ads right now are through the roof. And, YouTube ads are not very far behind that either. And they work, but it's a lot of investment out. So you want to play a little bit on the cheaper side. And again, we're playing more the long game here. We're talking to the 97%. Ads are phenomenal for that 1% to 3%. They're ready to go. They're going to make a decision. We can influence them pretty quickly. Boom, we'll nail it. 97% of people, though, that see your ad, they're not quite ready for that. They're looking for the little bit of knowledge. And that's where having that other element, the content-based side, is going to really come in. Now, number 5 is, and this one's big, you see this a lot, it builds your reputation. Just look all over Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube and all the big people out there. If you really, they have big followings, millions and millions of people following them as a business, just dig deep into their stuff, and they produce a ton of content. Facebook is a great example of it. They're always producing content, even though they're a behemoth, and they make a lot of money on their ads that they charge for. They're still producing content. Why? Because it shows up. It continues to keep the brand loyalty and the trust and the reputation and all that kind of stuff. And that's what they're building here. HubSpot's another one. We're a big HubSpot user here at Top Results Consulting. Kajabi, we're another big Kajabi user here at Top Results Consulting. Both of which I get just bombarded with content-based stuff from them. Some of it's knowledge-based, some of it's content marketing side, other pieces of it are, more awareness-driven. The idea is understanding how this content marketing piece fits to your business, and then you look at these big guys and they're still doing it. And why? Because it works. It builds the brand reputation. If suddenly we didn't see anything from Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or HubSpots or the Kajabis or the ClickFunnels or all these different companies that are out there that still leverage it, if suddenly they stopped doing it, things would look a little weird. We'd be wondering, why can't I find the information? I'm used to Googling something and, this company, I got it. I trust them. Why? Because the reputation's been built, because they're all over the place. They got answers out there like crazy. That, as a small business, is what we're striving to be. We'll never compete as a small business at the level of 15 blogs a week, like the HubSpots of the world are doing. But we want the big image, the big reputation in our small niche. And that is what investing in content marketing will do for you, especially right now. 2020, COVID, everybody's stuck. Very few people are going out and doing things. It's more research online and then make our buying decision that way. That is what's going to help in the long run. So those are our 5 reasons for investing in content-based marketing. Again, head over to topresultsconsulting.com/blogs to check out this week's blog article on a little bit deeper information around these 5 different reasons. And as always, if you got some value out of this episode, let me know down in the comments. Shoot us a message on social media at Shawn Tiberio or at Top Results Consulting on every social platform out there. And as always, subscribe, rate, review, all those kind of things. That's what tells us that you guys are loving what we're doing and gives us the fuel, the fire to keep coming back each and every episode to keep providing more information, more knowledge for you. And as always, until next time, here's to your success.